Alrighty, and hi everybody. Welcome back to another one of my speed draw videos. So, this was a very large project. I was really actually hoping to upload this last week, but unfortunately, as I predicted, I was not able to upload because of how busy I was with NecoCon. But then even more so, for some reason, this video kept crashing. Speed draws, unfortunately, are just a lot for computers / programs to handle, especially when you're taking like 24 plus hours of footage and crunching it down into like 20 minutes. So it crashed a bunch, and Premiere just recently did an update, and not a good one, might I add. It's just been crashing more, so you gotta love that. But I tried, it didn't work, so at least we still got the lovely video today. But yeah, this was a huge project I did. There were 9 actual figures in the actual piece itself. It was all 9 of the Love Live Muse girls in these really like fancy cute outfits. And while I'm pretty happy with how it came out, there was definitely a lot of corners that were cut, corners that I wouldn't normally cut, but because of the time constraint, I only had 1 month to do this. I just kind of had to, but for the most part, still really good. It ended up being a really good group shot, and the reason I was making it, of course, we had our live performance that we did Saturday of NecoCon. If you don't already follow our dance group, we are at Volare Idols. Definitely go check us out. We got lots of stuff planned, but we were also raising money for the Blind Cat Rescue. It's an organization, I believe, in North Carolina, and we raised a decent amount of money. We don't have the official count yet because PayPal's been really mean, but I think we raised like over $400. So thank you as well to everybody who helped us raise that money and help contribute to the fundraiser that we did. We couldn't have done it without you guys. So if you are one of those people, we really love you guys and we appreciate you. You're gonna help lots of little kitties. But yeah, I made these for prints, I made these for flyers, and again, with the time constraint that I had, I am still really happy with how it came out, but there, like I said, were corners that were cut. At the beginning, you might have seen I like traced over, or at least I didn't trace it, but I sketched over an image for the poses. It's the ending poses for one of the songs that we do. There are, of course, I'm pulling colors straight from the actual photos themselves, which isn't terrible. I don't dislike doing that too much, but sometimes I do still like to use kind of like, maybe I'll use them as a base palette and then I'll still like choose different colors, because I didn't want to have to mess with like saving the colors or saving the palette that I created, or like maybe messing that up. I just instead decided to like I said, pull straight from the picture, just because I had 9 of these girls to go through. There were definitely some anatomy weirdness in some of the later things, just because I started to kind of again rush through some of these girls, but that's kind of just what happened. It was 9 girls. Oh, the background. When I do get to the background, which is quite a ways later, but I just took a photo of the convention center where NecoCon takes place, and I just put some filters over it, put a blur effect on it, because I was like, it's kind of for the event. It's, kind of makes it more unique to, like, people are actually there. Again, I probably could have just done some kind of lazy sketch in the background, but I just would have taken more time than my brain would have been mentally ready for, since I'm kind of bad at backgrounds. It's true. Sometimes they can be good. Most of the time, not so much. But yeah, truth be told, I still have prints of this. I mean, if anyone's interested, at least if you're someone that's in the area, I mean, if you'd like to, you can always still purchase one from me, and we can then still put the donations towards the kitties, even if it's maybe a little bit later. I've got definitely quite a bit left, so, and I guess if anyone's interested that's within the US, that's not like too terrible. I mean, there is shipping, so that's not really fun. I feel like anyone wants to do like a $20 print and then shipping, or not $20, $10 and then the shipping. But yeah, again, very big project. There were a lot of cuts in between. And I mean, if you like these videos, well, I really appreciate you liking the speed draws. These are always kind of my backup videos. But I also do have these on Twitch now. If you don't follow me on Twitch, I'm doing more stuff over there, so it's more regular content. Just because I am kind of a busybody, at least with Twitch, I don't have to edit a video. Not like editing these is the worst in the world. It's only the worst in the world because Premiere breaks. But I was live streaming this entire process, talking about like what I was doing, showing my updates, hanging out with Deku, crying about McRibs for a bit. And I've been doing video game stuff over there too. It's been like Final Fantasy. I've got it where I've been playing Animal Crossing live. That was just recent, of course, since that update just came out. But you know, in the future, I mean, if you'd like, I could always then with Animal Crossing open it up where I can play with you guys. But I've been doing a lot more on Twitch. It's a nice way to kind of just, I feel like, connect with the community. It's twitch.tv/thesnon, because Twitch doesn't like my 5-letter username, so I have to put the, and it's annoying because it's all one word. Maybe in the future I'll change it to just something else. I don't know. I will see. It is annoying. But it's been a lot of fun. It was really fun having you guys when you do join and come over and like we talk about the art, or we talk about projects you're working on, or talk about McRibs and school lunch McRibs, you know. But yeah, there's full versions, and this is obviously a very sped up version. I mentioned earlier, I said 24 hours of work. I think it was technically more than that. I don't have an official count because of how long each of these videos were. I mean, it was hours and hours of work that were put into this. So you can always catch some of the actual process versus this where it's like super speed. I wish I could slow it down a little bit more, but I'm really not trying to push a video longer than 20 minutes. No one wants to listen to me ramble on for nothing about 20 minutes. But yeah, instead of maybe talking about, I guess, TV shows like I usually do, I feel like since this was NecoCon focused, I want to talk about conventions. It was a really fun convention. We had a really great live performance. It was definitely our best one yet. Hopefully the videos that we got of it aren't too terrible, because we were kind of in an awkward spot for the performance, where we couldn't really maybe get all of us dancing, but it definitely was like our best performance yet. The outfits were super cute. All the concerns that we had, I mean, there was one or two small like mix-ups, because that's just how live performances go, but very small in comparison to what we've had in previous years. So it was a really, really great year, and especially too just because we got to help, we had a cause for this where we were obviously performing and still having fun, but we got to raise money for kittens. And y'all know I like kitties. I got my half-blind cat, so but it was really exciting. There was definitely a lot of stress, but I think for most conventions there's a lot of stress when it comes to meeting with other people, and trying to get to this event and that event, especially on Saturday, because we had a lot of our members who were trying to do a lot. Thank God I wasn't one of them. I had 2 cosplays for the full day, and one of them was the ones that we're wearing here in this image, and then one of them was just super casual, making it super duper easy. We got to, they had just a really great artist alley this year, a lot of really great artists. There was even like a virtual Twitch streamer there, so that was really cool, and it was just a lot of fun hanging out with friends. I got to cosplay as Inosuke on Friday, Saturday, obviously this, and then I did like a casual Foo Fighters from JoJo, and then on Sunday I got to do Zombieland. I got to just do Saki. It was my first time wearing Saki's cosplay outfit. I'll hopefully have good pictures of that coming soon. There's a couple photos that I'm waiting out, and I always forget to take pictures because I'm just terrible at that. But those will be on my Instagram, my personal one at snon. So if they do come, look forward if you like cosplay photos. But it was a lot of fun. Some parts, it was just chilling, hanging with friends, and other half of the con is just, we're gonna go and buy stuff, because that's kind of what half of conventions are. The live was just probably the most exciting part, because I love being part of the dance crew. It's just a lot of fun. It's something to kind of keep me busy, something to keep me active, something to keep me focused on. And now that we're finished with this year, I'm really, really excited for next year, because I'm going to be primarily running our next live and our next project. We're planning on doing Zombieland Saga stuff, so get excited. That's why I'm really, really hyped. It took a lot of convincing, but I got them all to flip. They were doing it. Because again, if you haven't watched Zombieland Saga, it's an anime about idol girls that are dead. And it's, usually I don't recommend idol animes to people. Like, I wouldn't recommend like Love Live stuff, because it's all fluffy, cute. If that's what you like, maybe I'd recommend it, but it's not a common recommendation I make. However, Zombieland Saga is like the perfect blend of like, it's cute idol stuff, but here's all this comedy bits and like these actual hard-hitting episodes about like life and stuff. And they're like as hard-hitting as they need to be, because it's still a comedy anime at its focus. But it's just so good. It's so good. I love the show so goddamn much. It's just so cute. All the girls are so unique, but still like just classic anime tropes. And they just do such a good job of it. That's why I love it so much. And it was really fun to do Saki, because she's my favorite character. And even though I won't be dancing as Saki, I'm planning to do Sakura, just because my movements kind of fit Sakura better, just because she's a little bit more bubbly. But it was fun to cosplay as Saki, since she is my favorite girl, and I got to feel tough. The wig was a mess, but that's okay. That's just what happens. Wow, I feel like I've been talking for 12-ish minutes. I've been talking really fast. I'm like, brr, brr. Well, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. I do still apologize that there wasn't a video last week, though. I really tried really hard, and I stayed up late, and then the program crashed, and I said, well, it's not meant to be. If I wasn't still, like, again, busy, I would have probably also tried to do 2 videos this week, but sometimes you just gotta step back. But for the most part, my record of keeping a video a week was going real strong. I gotta do better. It's okay, you guys can all cancel me. I know I didn't upload for a week. It's my own fault. I'll accept it. It wasn't really. Like I said, it was premiere. I don't even know what's going on. It's stupid. You know how you'll put a program into a full screen? Whenever I put it into the full screen mode, it crashes. But if I take it out of full screen and it's mostly full screen, it doesn't crash. Where's the disconnect? Why is that even a thing? Who put this bug into the program? And why has it not been fixed yet? It's like I'm at work. I don't want to deal with work bugs and then come home and deal with bugs as well. Oh, jeez. You just see that? It flashed really quickly, but whenever I stream with Deku, we'll kind of do some memes and stuff, and that was one of them. He was like, you should know what you should do? You should put little hints for all of us on our girls. And I was like, yeah, I'll write your Twitch handle on your skirt. It was a much longer bit than the quick flash of 1 second, but it was funny when it was up, because it was up for like a good minute there. It would have been nice to do kind of hints towards all of us in real life. Unfortunately, that was really kind of just impossible to do without it being like either too obvious or like kind of like I guess really hard to do. The smallest thing that I did, because it was again easy to do, on Reen, she's the girl with the orange hair in the front. She's not on screen right now. On her little cat pin, I did have her little cat winking. So it kind of looked like Erza. But again, that was so small. I was like, it's easy. You can't really see it. You can barely even tell that I did it. But that was the intention when I did it. So, I tried. Well, it is starting to get towards the end of the video here. Not much, not super close, but maybe we'll let it just run silent for a little bit. If you want to see the art, I already posted it on my Instagram, but that is at Esnon. The full versions, at least for what I can do, is on Instagram. Quick side note, because this happens. I on Twitch, I was also putting another screen on the other side, so it was a half screen. So just so you know, but either way, Instagram at Esnon. Also as well, so you guys can see these sooner rather than later. I'm on Twitch now. I'm gonna try and stream my art on Twitch more often now, so you guys can look forward to that and see it live. And again, like I said, not fast. We talk and we chill. Sometimes when I'm doing my D&D and stuff, I'll do art, so those ones probably won't be streamed. I mean, unless if they wanted to, but I feel like that there's a lot that kind of goes on there, so I don't know about that. But yeah, so you can see it sooner rather than later, as well as all the video games when I play them. It's usually just kind of hanging out. That's kind of what Twitch is about, it's just hanging out with people anyways. Figures and posts at Desunasis. Of course, all these other lovely places you can find me, Patreon, etc., etc. But either way, I really hope you guys had a great rest of your last 2 weeks since I skipped. And I hope you have a great rest of your next week. And I hope to see you again in the future. But I'll see you next time. Bye.